What if your mind could break every limit you thought was humanly possible? What if every thought, every memory, and every action could evolve into something beyond comprehension? This is Lucy, and this is only the beginning. The screen is black. A faint hum rises, almost like the heartbeat of a machine, soft at first, then growing steadily louder. A single drop of water falls in slow motion, splashing into a reflective surface, sending ripples outward. The camera begins to move through darkness, revealing the faint outline of a futuristic city at night. Neon lights flicker in fractured patterns, casting glows that paint the streets in electric blue and crimson. There are no people, only movement and shadows, as if the city itself is breathing. The hum grows into a low, pulsating tone. A laboratory comes into view, its glass walls glowing softly. Computers flash streams of numbers and code, but the workstations are empty. Monitors flicker with images of neural scans. SAPS is firing with electric energy. The camera glides past a doorway where shadow lingers briefly, too quick to see clearly. Energy flows through the corridor in streaks of light, almost like the air itself is charged. As the visuals expand, abstract shapes appear, floating in midair like holograms, fragments of DNA spiraling, particles of light splitting and merging. The sound of whispers overlaps with the hum, distant and unintelligible, as though unseen minds are trying to communicate. The camera zooms slowly toward one glowing object in the lab, a sleek, unmarked case that pulses faintly, synchronized with the hum. Sparks of blue light flicker around it, hinting at immense power contained within. Text fades onto the screen in sharp, clean letters. The human mind is just the beginning. The words linger as the hum reaches a subtle peak, vibrating through the unseen walls. Then, just before the next cut, the lights flicker violently. Shadows stretch unnaturally, and a single glass pane shatters silently. Everything goes black. The pulsing hum fades into a deep, ominous silence, leaving the viewer on edge, anticipating what comes next. Suddenly, the black screen shatters into a rapid series of fragmented flashes. Each frame feels like a glimpse into danger, too quick to fully see, but enough to make your heart race. A briefcase sits on a cold metal table, glowing faintly from inside, its edges sparking with energy. In another frame, a scientist types furiously on a keyboard, sweat dripping down his face, as monitors display scrolling streams of code that seem to move faster than reality itself. A shadowed figure watches from the distance, their presence looming, silent but threatening. The visuals become sharper, faster. Neon lights of the city reflect on wet streets as unknown figures move. In the rain, their shapes blurred, their intentions unclear. Doors slam, alarms flash red, and the sound of electrical discharges crackles in the air. There's a sense of something building, an invisible storm gathering strength. The camera cuts between these moments, creating a disorienting rhythm. A heartbeat racing in sync with the tension. A faint whisper grows into a voice, distorted and layered, repeating fragments of a warning. When evolution accelerates, chaos follows. The words appear briefly on the screen in white, flickering against the darkness, then vanish as quickly as they came. In the background, shadows of people or maybe something else move across walls, stretching unnaturally, suggesting forces beyond human comprehension are at play. The soundscape escalates, combining the electronic hum from before with fast, pulsing bass beats, creating a sense of urgency. Sparks fly in slow motion from broken machinery, reflecting in puddles of water on the floor, while faint silhouettes of bodies appear and vanish, hinting at struggle, danger, and conflict. A distant, high-pitched tone cuts through the chaos, signaling that something is coming, something that will change everything. The screen goes black again, leaving only the echo of that warning whisper lingering in the viewer's mind. The darkness gives way to a faint glow, as if the air itself is alive with energy. In the center of an empty room, a silhouetted female figure stands motionless. Sparks of blue and violet light ripple across her body, tracing the lines of her nervous system, illuminating the contours of her hands and face but never fully revealing them. Every pulse of light is synchronized with a deep, resonating hum, like the universe itself is breathing through her. Suddenly, the space around her distorts. Objects lift slowly from the floor, floating in midair as invisible forces twist and bend reality. A droplet of water spins upward, suspended, rotating like a tiny planet. Sparks from broken machinery rise like fireflies, circling her with graceful precision. The camera zooms closer, revealing abstract visuals of neurons firing and electrical signals racing along a luminous web inside her head. Each flash represents a leap of human thought transforming into something unthinkable. The soundscape rises, layering electronic pulses with echoing whispers, as if countless voices are speaking. Inside her mind, time seems to stretch. Rain falls upward, walls breathe, and light bends around her form. Her hands move slowly, deliberately, and the objects around her respond as though alive. A shattered mirror reconstructs itself midair, reflecting fragments of her silhouette in infinite repetition. The camera circles her, emphasizing that she is no longer constrained by the natural world. She is the epicenter of a new reality. Text appears subtly on the screen, glowing faintly against the dark. Power, beyond human comprehension. The words linger as the pulsing light within her intensifies. With a sudden surge, the energy around her explodes outward in a wave of iridescent light, bending the environment and leaving streaks of color across the empty room. The scene freezes for a heartbeat. The silhouette of Lucy, standing amidst chaos, fully aware of her transformation. Then the light contracts sharply, plunging everything back into darkness, leaving only a lingering echo of the hum, building anticipation for what's coming next. The darkness breaks with a shattered cityscape, partially collapsed and bathed in dim, flickering lights. Smoke curls in the air, and debris drifts slowly, caught in unseen currents. Amid the chaos, a lone figure emerges from the shadows. The silhouette is sharp, calm, and deliberate. The camera focuses on his slow, confident stride, boots crunching over broken glass, but never revealing his face. He carries an aura of control, a presence that commands attention even in this crumbling world. The sound is minimal at first, a faint, metallic echo of his steps, but soon layered with a low, ominous hum, hinting that he is moving towards something bigger, something dangerous. Sparks from broken streetlights flicker around him as he pauses. The camera cuts to his hands interacting with advanced technology, sliding holographic panels, manipulating codes, diffusing devices, all with precise movements. A faint reflection of neon lights in the shards around him suggests intelligence and purpose, even though the viewer cannot see his expression. Suddenly, objects in the environment react to his presence. A small drone hovers nearby, lights blinking in response to his gestures. A distant explosion throws rubble into the air, and the figure moves effortlessly through the chaos, as if anticipating every danger. Brief flashes show hints of interaction, with Lucy's powers energy streaks crackling nearby, bending the world around them. Yet he remains grounded, deliberate, and unshaken. Text appears across the screen in stark white letters. Some forces can't be controlled, only confronted. The words linger as the soundscape intensifies with metallic percussion and electronic pulses, signaling that he is both a guide and a challenger. The camera pulls back slowly, showing him as a small but central presence in the ruined city, poised to enter a story far larger than himself. The screen fades to black, leaving the tension thick in the air, and the audience anticipating the clash of power and will that is about to unfold.